Hello there, Seraphim17 once again. This is my Legend of Korra Extreme Difficulty walkthrough. This is Chapter 5, and this is the boss of it. So this is the triple mech people dog Nagi fight, and it's pretty horrendous. So, it's fundamentally broken for a very good reason. They have limited the ability to jump for some insane reason. They've attached it to the magic on the bottom right, which has to recharge before you can do it. So when they do things along the lines of chuck a bunch of the ground obstacles for you to jump over, double jumping them is impossible without that ability. So your first jump has to be perfect or you will die every time. And a lot of the times you don't have enough space to do the second jump, which means that this fight can fail almost as soon as it begins, as my dog begins to bark, as fucking always. And that's where you're probably going to die the most, because when they do the left and right swings, all you have to do is move, and when they do the big swing, all you have to do is lay on your belly, and doing that is pretty simple. It's these moments here that are very fast, and if you don't have the double jump to get over some of them, it's just instant fail. And it makes it very trial and error in as much as doing these parts are generally simple. If you could somehow chain the fireball mechanics so that you could constantly be shooting them, I think this would be a better sequence. For instance, if those powers in the bottom right didn't have cooldown and you could just do them indefinitely, it'd be quicker, it'd be more enjoyable, it'd be less boring. It's just a fact. They've added these mechanical conceits that worsen the entire experience for the player, and on this difficulty you get one try. You see on the top left, if I get touched once I have to do this entire fight again, and there is no checkpoint. And this is probably one of the hardest parts of the game, because it doesn't rely on what you've been doing. Like, you've played the entire game up to this point doing a very specific thing, and this is nothing like any of those things, so it's this immediate, difficulty spike that people are probably going to have issue with. And for the most, once you get used to what you're doing, it isn't too bad, but it's still a good 6 minutes of no mistakes. And you can make one mistake, which is to get hit by the robots if you have that water shield on, but you need to be aware that they do a quick double punch often, which will swiftly finish you off if you're not careful. Same with this move. Sometimes that move can have some weird detection that hits you. But when you play on casual, you can kill these robots in under a minute, because that's the difference in the damage. Which I wish it was the same, because it's just one of those moments where they added these to the game to pad it out a little bit, and all they've done is isolate people who don't like them and annoy the people who want to do the fighting, because they're mandatory. And it's same with the chase sequences. Once you do the chase sequences, you realise that they're completely unoffensive and arbitrary, and they're not very fun. They're just kind of there. I don't mind them, I don't love them, but you always have to do them, and they're even incorporated into rank. So if you want to rank run this game, which is probably the easiest Platinum game to do it, you have to do those moments as well, and those moments are pretty tricky to get good ranks on, because you have to have a high combo, and you can't really die at all, it seems. Oh, I'll tell a lie, this video, that was what, 3 minutes? See how it says 24 minutes? That's how long it took me to actually do it, because I died quite a lot there. But it then chaperones us into this next sequence, which I do a nice riposte and get the fire up a little bit, and there's an earthbender just there, so watch out for his ground attack. Very dangerous stuff, that man. The problem with him is his standard attacks also do those ground effects, and anything that has an element on it cannot be parried up close unless it's a projectile. Like the water guy can be parried consistently. The fire guy, because it comes... the fire guy can be on some of his you can't, but the earth guy almost seems impossible to parry him. But on this moment you have to dodge 15 attacks, and the dodge is... sometimes it's lenient, sometimes it's strict. I don't agree with the limit on dodging in this particular game, because I don't think the dodge is anywhere near as powerful as what Bayonetta's was. And if you ever played as Jean in Bayonetta, she has unlimited dodges. She's so good. However, witch time, very difficult to get. As I bang my coffee cup, I'm sorry about that, folks. I'm an airbender, dog! But we've now unlocked air bending, which is easily the most powerful on the game. It's kind of crazy just how powerful this is, as I get triple beat by the bloody foot soldiers here. And then we do the quick counter. But at the moment I don't have too many combos with it, so I can't do any of the stuff I really like to do, like the launcher. But the thing with this is, when you get it up to max chi, it releases those tornadoes you just saw, and the tornadoes rip through crowds. It's kind of crazy just how powerful this one is. And when I was originally playing this game, I was in a party chat with Aiden and Heretic, and if you don't know, Heretic Loyalist is a pretty big Avatar fan, Korra fan in general, so he knows all the lingos and shit. And he was explaining to me that Thunder, I believe it was, or Lightning, was one of the most powerful bending styles or something like that. It was a really powerful one, and he was curious if you'd get it in this game, which you don't get, unfortunately. But I like to think that if you did get it, it would be akin to this one, because this one just seems so much more powerful than the others. What I'm doing here, folks, is we're waiting for this to kick off and give us a cutscene and end. And the best way to do it sometimes, if you don't want to fight, is to just exploit the camera and run around the outskirts. I think the spirits that you see me taking on here are the worst enemies in the game. I just don't think they're very fun to fight, because there's always a lot of them. I'm not a fan. But thank you for watching, and you take care now.